Yo, what's up guys? We're watching another video, and today is the part 2 of the last video. Well, not really, you can just watch this one, but the last part was, if you're hyped from watching that, here's the reason I had to get an NDA. Am I recording? I am. So, basically, this is going to be part 1 of why the NDA happened, and now that it's over, I can explain everything. So basically, Penguinz0 was forcing me to live in a dumpster for 3 months, 90 days, and he trapped me in one of his famous moisty contractual contraptions. And before anyone asks, this is the dumpster he had me living in. In Tampa, Florida, I was living in one of these dumpsters. It was a green one, just like this. Just like this. This is where I was living. This was my roommate. It was awful. But yeah, he basically trapped me in one of his contracts, but, living in a dumpster for 90 days, does make you quite strong. So now I'm strong enough to talk out about this. So basically, he trapped me in a bizarre, moist esports internship that I signed up for because this is when I was his friend. And this agreement led me to relocate in Tampa. But I didn't know that he was going to be having me live in a freaking dumpster. And I was like in this industrial park alleyway. It was behind one of his warehouses. And it was like really smelly. And it was like one of those bad, bad dumpsters. It was one of those smelly dumpsters. And he had these rules for me to stay undetected by local Tampa authorities. I had to not go out during the day. I had to only go out during night. Those were 2 of his rules. They were very interesting, very specific. I could only eat what was thrown out in the trash. And it was all this stuff, and I had to travel by car, and secretly sometimes I would live in the car, and that's when you saw my old car homeless videos. But basically, I had to make a trash fortress. I had to use discarded gaming peripheral boxes. And I made a lot of modifications to the house using those discarded gaming peripheral boxes from the esports internship agreement. And it was really, I stole Wi-Fi and I made a high-tech setup, and it was powered with solar batteries, and I put them up here, and they were able to shine down onto the Wi-Fi. And in my fortress, I was able to, record videos and everything, so that's how I was able to live. And the internal space, I optimized it for 24-hour content monitoring. So basically, why I had to be in this dumpster was because of something called the moist management routine, where it was a grueling schedule of sorting Charlie's trash. Charlie is most critical. I had to sort his trash for rare collectibles. If you see his room, you see all these things, and it was basically, he only has them because I have to sort out the trash in Tampa. And I had nightly rations, and they were all dropped off by a masked moist cookie member, because he has I don't know what it is, but he has this moist swag team, and it was part of the moist cookies, and the moist cookies were able to drop me off food, and they were mostly cookies. And the psychological toll of hearing his monotone voice through the warehouse walls it messed with me psychologically, and along with the cookies, it was terrible. It was awful. And then the garbage trucks. The garbage trucks were also awful. I remember when a waste management crew came and tried to dismantle my quarters, and I had to fight them all off with the defenses I had to make in my fortress. And I had a stealth mode protocol as well, where I had to hide during the weekly trash collection. And he actually helped me make this, but there was basically a camera I put with the Wi-Fi solar panels. I was able to put it in front of the trash can, in front of the little logo. And I was able to see if, where, and when they were coming. It was my stealth protocol. And I had an emergency exit built into the floorboards to avoid being crushed in case the waste management enemies wanted to come, or any moist swag members wanted to get me. So after 90 days, I was finally able to break out. The lease on the dumpster expired. He didn't even know he had a lease, so I was able to leave, and I was able to void the contract that I had for 30 years. And, I got a little back pay from Moist Swag, but yeah. Moist Critical, I'm taking you down. This is just part 1. Thank you everyone for watching. That is the truth behind the dumpster Penguinz0 had me living in.